Hello and welcome to this video. Are you tired of having low kill points? Do you want to become one of the best fighters in your kingdom? Well, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll go over some tips and strategies to make you a better fighter. From mastering the basics to advanced techniques, we will cover everything you need to know to up your game. So watch till the end and let's dive in. I had 480 million KP when I started KVK and ended with almost 740 million KP. So unfortunately, I didn't make my 1 billion KP goal. To give you some context, this KP based on my power placed me in 4th place of our best fighters from our kingdom. And I placed 4th with 31 million DKP points. On 3rd place we have Abdullah Alabed, a strong cross-season migrant with 35 million DKP points. 2nd place is Noob, another cross-season migrant with 51 million DKP points. On 1st place we have Papa Muda, aka Papa, with 100 million DKP points, who was our best fighter in this kingdom. I will give you 8 tips you can apply to fight more efficient and get more KP. First tip: dodging skills. The best way to use skill dodging is to combine this with skill cycle and run that we learned in our previous video. So after you use your skill, you just run in a node or a city to escape from the enemies and dodge their skill damage. Second tip: dragging. When you see that players target you, try to click back so enemy troops travel distance, instead of doing damage or activating their skills, while allies can hit them for free. In this case, I used Saladin Aethelflaed to get the attention of the troops, dragging them into my territory while I'm waiting for them to come close so I can use the other method, skill cycle and run, with Thutmose. A good method is to drag them on your territory. On territory you are faster and you gain a lot of attack, which will make your trades better. Third skill: rage transfer. When you're stacking your rage on an enemy troop and you notice that the enemy troop goes too far back, you should target another troop next to you so you don't lose your rage bar. Fourth tip: target V formation. V formations don't give you a hospital bill, so when you attack them, you inflict hospital bills for them, but they don't inflict hospitals for you. And also they might use weaker commanders, since it doesn't matter which commander you use, but the stats will be lower, so even easier to kill them. So make sure you abuse AFK V formations. Another thing is, V formations will keep your rage bar up, so you can also use it as a rage transfer to do more skill cycles. Fifth tip: focus the right marches. A crucial point to get better trades and be more successful in open field is to focus the right marches. Your first priority should be to eliminate the enemy's glass cannon. They deal the most of the damage, and once you eliminate them, less damage, and help your kingdom win the open field. After that, I would recommend you to focus support marches. They are weak and don't deal damage and buff the enemy troops. Most of the times they don't have a lot of survivability. The next part is epics. When you see epics, they are probably weaker players and not the big whales, so you can get really easy KP killing them. The last target you should focus are marches with Charles Martel, Constantine, Alex, El Cid, Saladin or Caesar. They are really annoying to hit because they deal a lot of counter damage and can tank for 10 years. And they don't deal a lot of damage on their own. What most people do is pair a tank with a glass cannon, so not everyone can focus them. If you have this pair, I would focus them over epics and supports. When you purely focus on your own KP, you can only focus weak marches, but in priority you should focus glass cannon marches, because it will benefit your kingdom more on the open field than killing Scipio or Pelagio, because they don't have a lot of damage on their own. 6th point. Swarming cities. When you find weak cities of territory and you're strong enough to swarm them without taking too much deaths, you can attack them to gain easy KP. 7th tip. Reduce enemy mobility, aka march speed. In this case, you can see me dragging the enemy marches next to my city, so I have an easier time refreshing my troops, and also you will see that this slow will make a difference. This Belisarius tries to run, but it's not possible because of my Saladin at the flat, and I trade so good because of it. So Saladin is a good march for KVK2, at the flat 2, and one of the best slowers in the game is Richard. They will make it really hard for players to macro their marches. Last tip, don't fight alone. Most of the tips in the video will be most effective when you apply it with more players. To show you the effect of doing that with another player or other players in general is this following clip, where Patron, a buddy of mine, and me slaughtered 30 marches with 7. I entered the fight early and tried to get the strategy going, skill cycle and run, and using the enemy view formation to keep up my rage and skill cycle and run against the first enemy. Once I noticed that I got focused, I had to pull out and wait for more marches of Patron and punish the marches that overextended by chasing us too long. And since you're stronger when you're healthy, I just resetted my march and came back. We were talking in voice and trying to focus the same march, so we will melt it really fast. Now just figure out which techniques and tips I used that I explained earlier, and I will let you enjoy the battle. hope everyone learned something from this video and will get better trades in the future. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.